Alright, hey collective, how y'all doing out there today? Now I hope everything is going well out there in La La Land. Now I just did a whole reading on this situation because I like to do a little pre-shuffle just to make sure that the same thing is coming out when I do it again. Now, today when I woke up, I'm talking about before I even used the bathroom, y'all. I was guided to go to my 40 books. My 40 Laws of Power book. I'm talking about I wasn't even woke good. So it just made me just flip to the pages like this right here and get a channel message. However, I wound up getting 3. Because you know I like to do things in 3s. I was guided to do 3. And it was so crazy that the first card, the first page I flipped on was the Law 40. Now I know I should have probably wrote down the page numbers, but next time I do this I will. However, the 40th law says, what is offered for free is dangerous. It usually involves either a trick or a hidden obligation. And it's telling you to stay clear of gratitude and guilt. Generosity is a sign of a magnet for power. Now the next one up. The next page. Alright, commercial. So the next page was the third eye. Never knew that the third eye was in 40 Laws of Power. However, it says the third eye of the spy. In the land of the two-eyed, the third eye gives you the omniscience of a god. And it says that you see further and deeper into others. Now your third eye is lit, boo. It's just saying that you see beyond the veil, the hidden hand, the agenda. Now maybe this is just telling you to question people's generosity. Now I don't think there's nothing wrong with accepting things from people. This is not what I'm saying. But sometimes there is a hidden agenda. Now we have to also consider that this is in regards to the laws of power. Now this could even have something to do with government and things of that nature. But I don't want to get off focus. I don't want it to go too many directions. However, I think you need to pay attention to that as well. Pay attention to that in all areas of your life. Now I know that you could possibly think back on times when people was very generous to you. They wanted something in return. Now the last card, or last page that I went to was the cat's paw. Now I've heard of the cat's paw. Didn't quite understand what it meant, but however, it's a person who is used by another to carry out an unpleasant or dangerous task. However, the book was referring to the government. But that could be anybody. You know what I'm saying? Now, I was pulling from a couple of cards, but justice kept showing up. And we have justice at both bottom of both decks. However, I'm going to do it over for you. I see wish fulfillments. I see strengthening bonds coming together. I see some type of collaboration. Are you coming into balance with material gains? The Queen of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles. Have I had a lot of people down here on the deck? And it's almost like of course somebody's trying to keep two people from coming into contact with one another. Now this could just be gossip and things of that nature. Tricks of the mind. Slander, lies. But I just thought it was so crazy that I turned to the 40th law, which is all about divine guidance, that number 4. And the third eye, and cat's paw. Now when I was doing the cards, I mean, I just seen so many wonderful things. But I did see a couple of people in the mist on this third eye card. That may be standing in the way or trying to block you from something. Now, I don't know who the cat's paw is. It could be anybody. It could be a number of things. Now, I did use my little pendulum to figure out which cards I was supposed to use, so it's just these two. So let's see. That's 4, Spirit. Okay, thank you. That was... we had a lot of synchronicity that came out on the board, too. I'm talking about a lot, y'all. Seven and 4 is 11. Now this is consequences. That's very clear. I'm trying to think, what cards did I have up there before? Signals. Let me see. Rescue. And change was the 3 first cards that I had. Now this is telling you to pay attention to the red flags. Now you can think of yourself on either end of the spectrum, if you're the giver or if you're the receiver. You know, a lot of times we do things in regards to giving to bring in some type of reaction, reciprocation. And again, I don't think there's nothing wrong with giving nobody nothing, but sometimes there's a motive. Rescue, coming out again. Same card was on here the last time. So I'm going to say for certain that this card belongs with this. Now I think you got the third eye. Now we understand that rescue is all about asking that permission when offering advice and things of that nature. Let me see. Let me just read it out for you real quick so it's clear. And it says, you cannot save everyone, especially if they do not wish to be saved. Ask permission when giving advice. You have no rights to control others. Act out of true compassion, not pity. Keep your own focus. Do not covet what others have. Real rescue in times of crisis is one of the highest deeds of humanity. Now that's all about that giving and receiving. And sometimes a lot of people want to rescue you and give you things to give you that sense of obligation that you owe them something. Now, the cat's paw is what really had me tripped up. Because it's a person who is used by another to carry out unpleasant or dangerous tasks. Now, that could have a lot to do with programming, conditioning. There's a lot of pawns in the game, and they don't even understand that they're a pawn. However, it's lining up with your third eye. I think you can see through the agenda, boo. Now, gratitude. Let me do that again. Didn't give it a chance. Let me see. But you had gratitude and you had change. This is two very good cards. So let's see. I think the story is gonna get told no matter what card I put out there, but I need a little bit more clarity. Protection. Makes more sense. Now I do look like you have protection against this, whatever this person is trying to do. I do see you elevating despite of it. We have 37 here, 37. This is a 3. This is a 16, which is 7. And 37. Now, I think this is the same card that came out for us the last time. Angel number. But it was 3773. So somebody could be 37. However, this is also 1010. And it just says that you're wrapping up a major cycle in life and you're ready to start something new. And it says spiritual awakening, discovering inner wisdom. Now I must say, in that last reading, you was lit. I'm talking about every chakra card came out here on the deck. And at the bottom of the deck is exhilaration. do see somebody facing some consequences. I also want to say that I hear that somebody may try to tempt you to do something out of obligation because they helped you. Now you can also look at this as something that may happen in the future as well. I know a lot of people say that tarot is confirmation, but this could be a warning. Past, present, or future. And I just think that because when I was reading more about this law, it was speaking about it's better to pay for what you want rather than to receive charity or generosity from others. So that you don't have that sense of obligation. And again, I don't think there's nothing wrong with accepting things from people. I think there should be a sense of give and take. However, I know that sometimes we need that helping hand and things of that nature. You know, you ever bought somebody a gift on a job, or you know how people go around and they want to buy gifts for people on the job. Let's take that for instance, and because everybody else doing it, you feel a sense of obligation to do it too. Or if somebody buy you something or do something for you, you feel a sense of obligation to return that favor. There's always that gray area. In other words, it's not always wise to receive gifts, maybe. All depends on the motive. You know, in relationships, a lot of times you have the male that's the breadwinner, or it can even be the female. But the one that's, you know, paying all the bills and things of that nature. Kind of have that power over the next person. It's almost like coercion in some instances. Where you're not free to express oneself in fear of losing that support. And sometimes you can be compromised to do things in fear of losing that support. So maybe that's what this is talking about. I'm not sure. Maybe this protection is just simply saying protect yourself from that. However, I see change. And this could just be about, you know, codependency and knowing when to give, because again we have the signals card that's telling you to pay attention to the red flags, because people may take your kindness for something else. Alright, I'm going to do it the way I did it before. Alright, now you got 16 there and 17 here with number 2. Now I do look like this situation is coming into balance. It looks like you're breaking chains if you find yourself in those positions. I think that you're understanding that energy exchange, that equal exchange. Things really need to be in balance. I think that everybody needs to give 100%. You know, it's so many gray areas in this regards until I can go on and on about the pros and cons in regards to this. Now this did come out in the last one, Seeking the Truth. Now this is a 7 and a 3, and this is a 3. Yeah, again, with that rescue and this 3-3, it's something about that equal exchange. There's nothing wrong with extending a hand, a helping hand. But it do look like you're seeking to find the truth about something. And you got love. Change focus. And the heart chakra at the bottom of the deck. Now this is 6 and 5, which is 11. 10, 11. 16, 17, and you got 10, 10 down here again. Some type of new door opening for you. Now maybe you found out about a person who was used by somebody else. Try to do something dangerous or unpleasant. Looks like somebody changing their focus from a relationship. Somebody done broke the chains. I just think that you're becoming whole, seeking the truth. And maybe you see that you may have been enabling somebody, or maybe somebody was enabling you from becoming your truer self. And it made me pay attention to all these images in the shadow. Like this man and woman. And maybe you tried to extend them a hand and they didn't want it. Because that rescue card does tell you to ask permission. Or even states that you can't help somebody that doesn't want to be saved. And maybe you just had to save yourself. And maybe the consequences of this experience help you to understand this more clearly. It's definitely got something to do with the heart. I'm just looking at all this green down here. Now maybe let me see. I gotta get to the tower. Let me see. You got helpless and hopeless and spread your wings. Now you got 8-8 down here a couple of times. Joy and stability. Moving on. Damn, you can't make this shit up. This is creepy. That's too creepy there. Now you got detached with the number 11 here Telling you to pay attention to your intuition in regards to your heart chakra. Now this is the number 8. That's the number 8. Now it looks like you're moving on from helpless and hopeless. Spread your wings and find balance is number 2 and number 2. Joy and stability is 4. Number 8. Number 2. And number 4, where opportunity beckons. 4 and 4. That's crazy. Now you got 2, 2, 2 right there. This is a lot of synchronicity. And y'all know I like to look at that ball as somebody's ball and chain. But it looks like you're breaking your chains from that. And this balance could just be you. I think you suffered some consequences in regards to some type of codependency or enabling someone. Yeah. I want to read out the Seek the Truth. We got a couple of the same numbers. Okay. Now this says the key words to intuition, to seeking the truth, is intuition, question, deception, and inequity. It's telling you that now is a good time to follow and trust your inner prompting. It says it may be that all is not as it seems in some of your relationships. Use your psychic sense to determine which of your associations may be questionable. Trust in what your intuition is saying right now. It says, as much as you would like to trust these people or this person, it is important to question their motives. Be cautious about sharing your most private thoughts and feelings in order to avoid allowing yourself to be placed in a vulnerable position. Be diligent in physically scanning your interactions for possible deceptions. Be wary on the sided relationships. Be wary of one-sided relationships in which the other person is not participating fully or is avoiding obligation and responsibility. Now is the ideal opportunity to get to the bottom of the behavior, and certainly at all times be sure that your role in the relationship is above board and based on honesty. Now we had change, gratitude, and protection. And protection does indicate change with that 10. Gratitude, I think you're grateful that you're going to find out some truth and change your focus. And we also had change. Now this doesn't have to be an intimate relationship, any type of relationship. But there's some deception. It's because of the cat's paw. Now, I do look like somebody's going to be facing consequences because of their actions. Karma is real. Now, I do see somebody seeing somebody as a wish fulfillment. And somebody, maybe using sex spells. I did see that. Got the strength card coming out here. Sex spells doesn't necessarily have to be an actual ritual per se, but using that as a means to dominate the other person. You know, we do get addicted to that. You know, when people play on your emotions. Now, Temperance did come out here in the reverse. Somebody is definitely using some magic, and somebody is in the dark, and somebody is feeling left out in the cold on this shared love and this rescue. However, this does indicate somebody can tap in to their third eye. I think you have the ability to see what it is that you may be refusing to see. And maybe that's why temperance is in reverse. And understand that you got free will. And you need to bring balance into this situation. Peace. Harmony. And call judgment on it. You know, I don't care who's on the wrong end of this situation, but nobody wins. And if you be the giver or the receiver, you're enabling bad behavior. Paying attention to that. You need to call judgment on it and love self. Oh, so tired of these gloomy days. It's so funny. It was the Queen that wanted to come out. Now it's the King of Pentacles. And in the last reading, it was the Three of Cups, the Knight of Wands, and the King of Wands that was standing in between the Queen of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles. Yeah, somebody's definitely in pain. Two of Swords at a crossroad and holding on. Now I must say that, damn, this is crazy, y'all. It's almost like this person is smiling at somebody's pain. Now this person needs to change their focus. Now I do see change because you got 555 here. Now, this could also be the other person because you changed your focus. Now, this could have happened in the past and could indicate that you have protection from this person's energy. That's for some of you guys. Now, everybody's situation is going to be different. You know where you at in this story. That do look like somebody is focused on raising their vibration. Let's say that. Do look like somebody seeking the truth. Got the Hierophant on the moon card. It does give me a sense of protection. Someone like somebody is trying to stunt your growth. Do look like somebody's choosing their stuff though, coming from up out of the cold. Now, whatever this situation was, it did give you a lot of enlightenment. Look like you found your way back to yourself. You got the Hierophant and the Star card next to each other with this at the bottom of the deck. I said, they were trying to stunt your growth. Landing on the King of Pentacles. Now, whatever this person thought that he was going to get, he ain't going to get. Your money just protected. Yeah. Holding on, but he paying karma. Or she, yeah, justice. And the High Priestess. Somebody's taking action to walk away, and somebody's facing a tower moment. Yeah, somebody discovered they self. Love for self. Yeah, you got a death and a rebirth with the Ace of Pentacles. Now maybe that's just something, maybe this was something from your past again. Yeah, somebody's really paying consequences. They don't even have any protection. This is their situation at this time. Till you moved on. You broke those chains. They're feeling helpless and hopeless because you moved on. This is you. We had the Ace of Pentacles that came out. Opportunity is probably telling this fool to get it together. Whether it be a he or a she. Now, I want to say that this cat's paw, because it said a person who is used by another to carry out an unpleasant or dangerous task. It's very questionable. And that could just be spiritual warfare. Just be careful, darling. fell right on that. It says, I am the angel of families. A happy change or addition is coming to your family. Yeah. Don't even worry about that. And I told you, I think it may be somebody trying to spread little gossip, little rumors, trying to stop this new union from happening. Keep coming up. But it's protected. It's weird. You know, sometimes it just blows my mind that people really operate in that energy. It really does. Sometimes I be like, is this for real? Now this says, time out. You've been so busy taking care of everyone else's needs, but now it's time to stop and take care of yourself. Teresa. We also have Seraphina and Bethany here, and it could be somebody's name. Don't have to be. Your name could start with a S-T or a B. And this stayed on the deck for a reason. And you got Archangel Gabriel. And it says you have an important life purpose involving communication and the arts. Please don't allow insecurities to hold you back. I will help you. And because I read out Bethany's name, I'm going to read this one. And it says, when you take excellent care of yourself, everybody benefits. Give yourself a relaxing treat today, such as a sea salt bath, a pedicure, or a massage. And that's your message, darling. And I hope it resonates. And I'll see you on the next one. Hit the like button.